Are you hearing voices inside of your head? Do you think you're going crazy? Have you been diagnosed with a form of schizophrenia? Well, today, I hope that what I offer can give you a little clarity. By no means am I trying to take the position of a clinician or a mental health specialist. In the world of spirituality, there's a term called clairaudience. Clairaudience is the inner hearing. It's not a physical hearing that we hear with our physical ears, but this is an internal hearing. If you are a psychic, a tarot reader, or a spiritualist, you may find that you have experienced this. Some experience it often, depending how often they channel or read, and some who have the gift but not spiritualists, we may find once in a while that we experience this inner chattering. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to us. In the world of spirituality for professionals, we have learned to decode what we hear. When we're doing readings, at times we may hear names, we may hear If you're looking for a guided reading, you've come to the right place. Street sweepers, master of the wood, jouet étoile, porte la. We do it all. We use real gold. We use real diamonds. We use semi as well as precious stones. If you're interested, contact us in the description. Dialogues or conversations. Now, I will run back a couple of years to you guys. I remember I was on the phone with someone. This had to be when I was younger, probably in my early 20s or so. I was on the phone with a female and she told me to hold on. In my inner ear, I heard XYZ. So when she got me off of hold, I said, I heard this. And she was like, how the hell did you know that? You know, she was like, Leonard! I remember her voice clear as day. She was asking me over and over, how'd you know that? How? I heard it inside my head. I remember also a couple of years ago, there was somebody that was referred to me for a reading. And as I was doing the reading, I heard the name of an individual. Now, I didn't think nothing about it. And the person who got the reading done at the moment, they didn't think anything about it. The next day I get a call and I'm told that the name that I recited, the name of the man was a man that was cheating with the client's girlfriend. Now, I share this with you to give you an illustration of how this thing works. Some people are born with this mental chattering, but to them, they never sit down to think, maybe I should write this down and let's see how this plays out. So all the chattering they got that's going on, to them, they think that they're losing their mind. But I must say this, depending on what you're doing, This can enhance the chattering in a good or in a bad way. But a lot of people who are born with this that are... Sorry to interrupt you once again, but I have an important message for you. For those of you who have been following me since the Red Room days, I want you to know that those videos are not lost. You can find them on my vintage catalog channels, channel 1 and 2. Check the description area for the link to those accounts. I'll see you there. In a position where they have experienced practitioners, they tend to find themselves running to institutions for help. And these people at times get diagnosed with a form of mental illness. At times, there are instances where some people are suffering from mental health issues. And there are times also where people are just ignorant. Psychic hearing, also known as clairaudience, can be in the form of an echo. As I just stated, it can be in the form of a message to inform you of something. Now, the echo, as the conversation was occurring on the phone, I heard the person saying things in the spirit realm. As I mentioned, sometimes a person can receive messages, but the question you probably have in mind is, from who? The messages can come from spirits that are good, and the messages can come from spirits that are bad. That all depends on where you put yourself and what you're doing. If you put yourself in a negative environment, you don't know. You may have earthbound spirits that dwell in that area. You may have malevolent forces that dwell in that area. You may even do negative or baneful magic, and now, after touching the things you touch, now you're hearing all this cursing going on in your head. But we can take this into a positive direction. You may find that when you are in a positive environment, you may get positive inspirations. You may hear positive things. So what you're doing and where you're located can influence what you hear in your mind. So I don't want to take any more of your time, so I'm going to conclude this video and say thank you guys for watching. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe.